YouTube, this is Lego Boy, part 2 video. So I did, and again I will show you. I kind of rushed there at the end of the video because again I'm limited. I have to upgrade or something as far as I'm concerned. As far as I know, I can't go over 15 minutes. So I kind of rushed there because I was like 2 seconds, not minutes, 2 seconds over the limit. So I had to end that video. But again, just since it was kind of a rush, I'll give you again the shout out again. Subscribe to this guy. He is awesome. And I love when you guys comment on my videos, and I will definitely give you guys a shout out. But there you go. Follow or subscribe to Lego Studio 65. Okay, now let's go ahead and begin looking at the Apple Watch. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how you set it up. So, the Apple Watch. Now, for those of you who have iPhones, you guys may be aware of this app. We kind of already showed it, but I'm going to show it again. It's right here. That app right there. Apple Watch. Now, it's already set up, so you can't see it. But what happens is when you first have it set up, it says, if you have an iPhone with you, you can pair it here. And you hit Start Pairing, and there's a little square. And you basically just put your iPhone, you put your iPhone over your Apple Watch, and you put your Apple Watch in the square. And you fit in there, and then it'll match, and it'll say success. So that's how it works. I can't show that part, I forgot, because I already set it up. But we'll show what we can do. When the app is activated, you see all this stuff regarding the Apple Watch. Now, this is cool. Look at that, guys. Watch the Apple Watch. You see how you can barely notice it. You see how it gets dark? Because I'm changing the brightness. This is all done. We're going to be showing a lot of interactions that you can do with the Apple Watch. And this is all done via Bluetooth. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like having it get one, because it's Bluetooth. You always have to have your phone with you most of the time for doing most of the stuff on it. Now, one thing, the first thing we're going to look at is the specific Apple Watch store. On the Apple Watch, you go down where it's search, and you can basically search for any. I'll just do Apple Watch apps. So these are apps specifically designed. Now, unfortunately, it also goes in your phone, because whatever apps you do download, already have downloaded, if they're compatible, they'll go on the Apple Watch as well. Now, again, in the Apple Watch app, this is an Apple Watch store specifically with apps made for Apple Watch, but they do have Apple Watch apps in the App Store too. But to know for sure, they made a specific Apple Watch app store. So these are all apps that specifically will go on your Apple Watch. These are all apps that you download on your phone. Again, you have to have it on your phone too in order to have it on your watch, which is the thing I don't like. So yeah, that's the App Store that you can use, and they just show other things. They should kind of show cool little videos, and we're not going to watch them. But there are videos that you can watch of, get it? That you can watch. Didn't mean to throw that pun at you. But there are videos that you can watch about different things, about how to use it and all that good stuff. So this is basically everything. We're not going to go through every single thing, but it's basically, these are all the apps that are downloaded on my Apple Watch. So yeah, now we're going to go ahead and look at the Apple Watch now, but I just want to show you the Apple Watch app. This is what you do with it, that you can do with your Apple Watch. So let's go ahead and check the watch out. Now, first let's look at the design. Again, this is where, let me adjust this camera. That is where, so it's hard to tell because it's black, but that is where your Apple Watch band slides through right there. You can see the indentation. This is the crown on the side, and then you have the button that you use to turn it off and to open your friend's favorites. So just by pressing the crown. Now, Apple Watch does have Force Touch, but before we go to the home screen, I'll show you that. You have to press a little hard, and it'll make a little vibration, and you can scroll through different watch faces to use. This one's really cool. I'll show you it real quick. You go down here. Now, it's kind of small, so it may be hard to tell. I'm sorry, guys, if there are things that you cannot see. Again, this is small, so I will do the best I can here. But you can go ahead and select, and you have the solar system, so you can see all the different. If you tap it, it'll line them up. Maybe I don't know why. Huh. It should do it. I don't know why it's not doing it. That's strange. It should line them up. Forget it. I don't know why. They're supposed to line up, but for some reason it's not doing it. It'll line them up basically in order, show you the names of the planets, but it's not working for some reason. Okay, alright, forget that. But, yeah, you can also, it'll take you to the moon, so you can see the moon faces, and by scrolling the click wheel, or the crown, I call it click wheel too sometimes, the crown, I'm doing it with this finger here, you can see the different, it tells you what the date and the time and the name of the crescent, which is really cool. Now the thing I really like too is the taptic feedback, which is really awesome. So we'll press the digital crown and it'll take us to the home screen, and you can see all the different apps that come within it. So we'll just put it on the ground here so we can just look at it this way. Now, one other thing that's really cool, and I'll kind of show you, so just by rotating it, it has a movement sensor. I don't know exactly what they call it, but when you rotate it, it's basically supposed to use that when you have the Apple Watch on your wrist, it knows, because when you want, when you do this, you kind of move it up, so you can check the time. So, I'll give it the best position that we can have it. When you rotate it up, it turns on. When you rotate it back down, it turns off. So you can see when it knows when you do that. So let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at most of the apps. We won't look at all of them, but I'll show you most of them. But there are a lot of different apps. So we have, again, most of them are connected via Bluetooth. So you need to have your phone connected for most of these to work. Like, for instance, ones that you need that you will definitely need your phone to work is music. You'll need photos, maps, mail, Instagram, Facebook, and all the other apps you download, passbook, messages, contacts, camera. Most of those apps, probably a little more, most of those do require that you have your Bluetooth on in order for those to work, because they connect to your phone. Now, the other thing I want to mention, guys, is your Apple Watch, you cannot connect it to your computer. They probably would have talked about that for sure if you watched the keynotes and done the reading about it. The only way to have your Apple Watch being able to get information on it is by connecting it to your phone. That's like your Apple Watch computer, you could say, because my computer, my Windows computer, is my iPhone computer. But your Apple Watch, you cannot plug you can plug, I mean, you say you can't. You can plug your Apple Watch into your computer, but it'll just charge the watch. You don't want to actually transfer information over. You have to have your phone do all that transferring via Bluetooth. Now, let me show you the camera feature, because I think that is wicked awesome. So, now you should do, so watch my phone. I'm going to click on the camera, connecting, and bam, pops right up. Now it's obviously flipped over. It pops right up, and you can see how it works like that. So the only thing is sometimes it's laggy. If you move it like really fast, it doesn't. But it's a small device, so there's not much to build inside it. And if you close it out, or I'll do it through the watch, it will close. So that's really cool. Now, something else that's really cool is I like the phone. It just shows you, I'm not going to show you the contents because that's personal information. But if you can message someone, I'm not going to show you because it'll show people who I talk to, which cannot show anyone's number. That's private. But basically, what you can do is, if a person has an Apple Watch, it's the only thing that's a con about it, is if a person has an Apple Watch, you can use digital touch, so you can send their heart rate, or you can send emoji. Now, that's the only thing that will only work is if the other person you're talking to has an Apple Watch. But you can send an emoji, animation, or regular emojis if they have an iPhone. Let me see. This right here, this icon is just used for, which I'm not going to use, is for use for Apple TV. Let's see what else. Mail. Mail, you can view it. So you can read about it, so that's really cool. Let's see what else. Music, I'll show you right now. The Apple Watch does not have a speaker built into it. When you play music, it's basically a remote control. Kind of think of it as that way. Think of it as a Apple Watch, a remote control to your phone, and vice versa. So like, I want to play a song. I can select it. We'll do albums. And I like the Happy song. And if it'll play, I think the volume should be up on my phone. Let's see. I think it's playing. Let me see. There it goes. Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside. That's the night song. But see, it works basically like that. The sound goes to your phone. It comes from here.